The most famous crime of the couple was the day of Valentine's Day. It was the year in 1929 in the city of Chicago on February 14. It was the fight between the different mafia and families of Chicago, where evidence at the time the famous Dry Law had made Al Capone was in the head of all the activities in the trafficking and the smuggling of alcohol, making this the most portable business of that time. And the same time blooded for the dominance on the smuggling, the massacre had been planned by Al Capone on Valentine's morning at 10 a.m. March, man arrived at the place to pick up a shipment of alcohol, and there they were surprised by a police patrol followed by identified car. Three gangsters dressed as a police, two people shot at the rivals. As a consequence, ended to the lives of more men. So was the day so-called Valentine's Day massacre. It says that the Al Capone was the best smuggler and gangster that exists.
The Al Capone was a public enemy number one, Scarface or Goodface, the nickname by which Alphonse Gabriel Capone, who was known, did not die as would be expected, as result of a raid by Elio Ness. Untouchables, the death of the most bloodiest mobster in the United States, occurred on January 25 on 1947 as a result of tertiary syphilis, which forced him to confine himself to his brother's house, where he died in the bathtub. Al Capone was a loving husband and father, who considered himself a businessman. His living descendants, most of whom have changed their surnames, believe that Capone had two faces, one for the family and one for the media, which means that his figure still remains an enigma, because although the FBI acknowledged that Al Capone assembled a criminal empire consisting of bribery, murder, prostitution, and robbery, and alcohol and liquor trafficking, among others. He was a never convicted of these crimes. In fact, the leader of the outfit considered himself a businessman who presented himself as anti-Christ slayer. After more than a decade of crime, during which even President Herbert Hoover had promised his arrest, authorities found a way to put Al Capone away. Frank J. Wilson, a Treasury Department investigator, was able to connect Al Capone income tax to tax evasion and federal income tax evasion for the years 1925 to 1929. Because of these crimes, Al Capone was imprisoned in 1931 and sentenced to 11 years in prison. And this is all of Al Capone, the most famous gangster and murderer in the United States in the decade of 20s. This is all.